What is going on, everybody? We are back here for our final matchup of the night, and oh my goodness, Coy, did we have a thriller in that last game? Rival League Semifinals, Game 7 Galaxy winning the most Nemesis points ever in one prediction there, 651,000 down on that one. So, I mean, that was a crazy, crazy outcome, Coin, and of course it went to Game 7 overtime.
Game 7 OT. Pineapple's not able to get it done. My prediction falling short by this close. But we got a banger coming up. Hydra versus the Knights. I mean, you got Foam, you got T-Man, you got Squintle, Troy, Pharaoh in the Chipmunk Pro. I mean, it's gonna be a bloodbath out there with both of these teams. They're gonna be putting up high offense record, man, and it's gonna be some entertaining Rocket League.
Yeah, definitely so. It is going to be a good one for sure. I'm going to quickly get up the prediction here while we've got these players starting a little bit late, but we'll get going just momentarily. But Coin, I mean, this series is going to have it all here. There is some Nemesis lore in this one. I'll definitely talk about it a little bit more as we go, but what can you tell me a little bit about these players and about this teams?
Yeah, I mean, two players that I'm looking for to really show out in this series is that man T-Man and that man Pharaoh. I mean, the Knights just scraped by in their last series, and I think I needed to see just a little bit more from T-Man, a little bit more from Foam. And then the other end, Hydro, I'd like to see Pharaoh really show what he has to offer. I mean, he broke out towards the end of Chipmunk, gonna get goal number 1.
Yeah, not even gonna let's introduce all the implications of this one as we are underway. The last rival semi-final here is underway. Chipmunk already started scoring 4 seconds in, but yeah, we've got some great players here in this lobby. Hydra in the purple tonight with Chipmunk, Pharaoh, and Troy, otherwise known as Magma. And then on the Knights, they've got the alternate yellows on tonight, a little spicy. Little yellow alternate for the Knights here, but Foam, Squintle, and T-Man on the pitch here, and Coin. The big talk about this matchup is that we have Foam versus Magma here. This is a Nemesis throwback to Season 1. I know you weren't around in Season 1, but this goes all the way back to the Challenger League loser finals, back when we did double elim. These guys played with us a lot in the grand finals online, and Magma hit a Game 7 0-second winner to send his team to the grand finals against Foam. So there is a lot of lore to these two teams. Chipmunk has also been around since Season 1, so there is a lot on the line, and obviously both these teams wanting to go up against Galaxy in the grand finals.
Absolutely, as both teams trying to get their spot on the big stage. As T-Man and the Nomad getting taken away by Foam, but man, both teams is kind of scrambling right now early on to make something happen. But obviously Hydra having the lead here is in a better spot with all this back and forth going on.
Yeah, definitely so. They've got the early lead, trying to stick to it. As yeah, channel point prediction is going to be closing any second now, as looks like already Coin someone named Cason Toro, a big winner in the last series, dropping 100,000 channel points on Hydra. So quickly get your channel predictions in, and we'll lock this one up. But yeah, right now is looking like Hydra, they have a little bit of the edge here in this one, trying to hold on to their 1-goal lead from early on. This one sent off to the side. Squintle trying to make a touch. Pharaoh, he's sending this one up high, but T-Man gonna connect and send it off to the corner. Chipmunk gonna push it to the net there. This ball popping high off the ceiling. The net is wide open. Here comes Troy to put it in, and it's 2-0 Hydra.
Troy gonna take advantage of a little bit of a mistouch from Foam, just going high, and Troy just gonna put that one in, catching that no man in net advantage.
Yeah, that's a nice one there. Hydra, the 2 seed on the regular season, and they're able to get a second goal here on this one as T-Man looking to send that one in. Such a very solid player from last season in the rival league on the Knights. Big reason why they had the success that they did, and he's trying to get his team to the grand finals here. As here he is looking for a shot there. But Troy gonna send out to the side. Foam gonna take up for this one, getting over the top of one, send it towards the net. It's just gonna catch him. Foam gonna send it in.
Foam gonna get one of his own all by himself over Troy. gonna get it past Pharaoh and Chipmunk, not realizing that there's a 0-50-50 coming out of Pharaoh there, and that's gonna give Knights their first goal of the series.
Yeah, Knight's gonna get on the board here, but how long? Here comes Troy with a banger, but Foam with an insane save on the goal line, but Chipmunk upper 90, able to send it right back home.
He's trying to do what he can here on the goal line, gets a nice save, but nobody back again. Teammate just can't get there. Chipmunk's gonna put it on home for a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, that's a good answer there from Hydra, able to get it right back. And Knights finally get something going their way, and they're going to get two set right back in their net.
Just like that, Pharaoh off of the kickoff. Troy dishing it to the back left. Pharaoh over Foam, and that's going to go in. I mean, so far, we're past the halfway point, and T-Man and Squintle have yet to break 100 points, Rockerman.
Yeah, they have yet to do that, but you know, it has been kind of going the Knights' way so far in this one. So definitely a lot of game left to be played here in this one. This one fired towards the net, but going to be cleared off. And yeah, the other thing to note about these two teams here, besides just the rivalry, is this one is a wide open net for T-Man. Just going to send it in all the way. He's going to put that one on home. Hold that thought for a second.
It's just as I say that Knights need to do something here. And that man, T-Man, comes on through to get a goal on the board. I mean, this is what I'd like to see from this Knights team, is maybe a little bit more passing plays in transitioning better. As a little bit of a transition play almost works for T-Man there, but that's what I'd like to see out of this Knights team, Rocker Man. Just a little bit more passing and better transitions.
Yeah, definitely so. They have the opportunity to do so, and yeah, in the last meeting between these two, Knights actually swept Hydra 3-0, but these guys are divisional rivals, so they've played twice this season. The other one went to Game 5 with Hydra knocking it down. So these two teams know each other well, and as you mentioned, I mean, Foam, Chipmunk, and Magma, or otherwise known as Troy, been here since Season 1, so they all definitely know each other very well here, and they're going to know how to adapt for sure as the series rolls on. And we'll see if the counterattacks do come through from both sides. As Hydra holding on to the lead. Sauce, that's one of the middle. Demo comes through. T-Man gonna find a 50. Another demo comes through. Hydra is opening up the space. Pharaoh trying to jump up to it. He's gonna get a touch off, but Squintle able to keep it back in. A minute remaining now. Hydra holding on to their 2-goal lead here in game 1 of this best of 7. T-Man sends it down, but Chipmunk off the backboard, gonna find a touch. This one dropping down, sent towards the net, just off with a follow, coming through off the post again. T-Man gonna put it bottom right, and Knights, they are gonna put her home.
And they tie this up. That is a question that I gotta consider here as T-Man putting it on home as the Hydra start to fall apart here, giving up 2 goals. 45 seconds left. Can they do it, Rockerman?
Yeah, can they hold on this one? Looking to go in, but T-Man, oh my goodness, on the goal line, T-Man with an amazing save here. He's going to keep his team alive and give them a chance here to win this game 1 after that insane save. There's only 30 seconds left to work with Foam. Send it down, Squintle, can't find the touch. T-Man gonna have to be the one to it. It's off the backboard. T-Man with another, dropping down, but Sparrow, he's gonna save it away just in time, as Knights almost had the answer there. But instead, Hydra holding on their 1-goal lead. Troy in the midfield, got it by 1. Foam is there, 50, coming between the two of them. Chipmunk off the ceiling, gonna try to take it slow. Looking to shoot this one just towards net, but Foam with a quick challenge. As Hydra taking this one up, just has to touch the ground. This one floated out of the midfield. Troy gonna send it down, and Hydra gonna take game 1.
Almost a comeback there by the Knights as they start to get into their full form. But Hydra starting out strong with 14 shots on net, 4 goals, and man, oh man, Hydra are looking strong, but they cannot let this Knights team get momentum, Rocket Man.
Yeah, definitely not. And I mean, 14 shots going in one game is quite a large number there. So I mean, Hydra, they really had the offense there flowing in that one, and the Knights, they had some good defense. They almost brought it back. I mean, as we head into game number 2 here, Coin, what are you looking for from this Knight squad?
You know, I'd like them to link up a little bit better. It just seems like they're trying to force the ball into the net a little bit too hard. And I feel like they would just benefit a little bit better from T-Man taking his time right there. And this is what they could benefit better from.
Yeah,
And then second man being placed in a better spot.
oh my gosh, yes, that would almost find his way in the back of the net. But yeah, they're kind of working with what you said. A couple passing plays, throwing it off the backboard. Squintle trying to drop this one down. I mean, they already, in this game right now, look a lot more aggressive as they're sending this one in. T-Man off the backboard, the passing plays to perfection.
T-Man sending this one home off the back wall. Oh, good pass high. Putting it right behind Troy. Good shot placement by T-Man. And this is the Knights that I'd like to see. The Knights that works together. They get the passing plays. They find each other. When they go into this kind of bang ball-esque mode where they're just trying to push the ball downfield, it just doesn't work and they get punished for it. But this Knights, I mean, if they keep playing like this, I don't know if Hydra can keep up.
Definitely not, as it's a one-on-one opportunity. Chipmunk going for the bump there, but T-Man, great avoidance there to get out of the way. As T-Man again bumped off and sent down, but Pharaoh, he's cutting off in the midfield. And really, just looking at all these players on the pitch, you know, I gotta mention it again, but there's some iconic Nemesis names. I mean, you see Pharaoh here as well. He's been a very known Nemesis name. T-Man has been a known name the last couple seasons, and Squintle been around for a long time as well. As this one is a pass up, T-Man looking for the redirect. Oh my goodness, he almost hit that one in, but not quite meant to be. But I mean, man, Coin, you gotta love it when it comes together here. I mean, season 10 here. It's been a long run up to season 10, but good to see these players that have been around since season 1, you know, keep these rivalries going into the playoffs.
Absolutely is. Right now, Knights looking pretty good. I mean, they can't find the net on a goal number 2, but they don't really have to as long as they can keep up this play. I mean, just get the shots on target, make sure the rotations are correct, and find each other. And, you know, they can really just ride this out based on how their offense has been so far.
Yeah, definitely so. They might find another one right here as a huge bump comes through, and T-Man, the reigning MVP, strikes.
The reigning MVP T-Man coming on through again. The man I said who needed to step up. I didn't see enough from him in that last series, and right now he has listened to me. I personally told him, T-Man, I gotta see more out of you, and right now he's showing me that. As he's got time on the ball. Just pushed away.
He's going to get bumped off of that one, but yeah, T-Man is definitely an exceptional player there, and he's definitely one you got to watch out for if you're Hydra, as he put in one there, and this one, he's going to put another one. Watch out, the hats are raining down on the field.
The hat trick for T-Man. That man, the reigning MVP from the top bins, gets the beat on Pharaoh. He's going to get his hat trick in game number 2.
Yeah, and T-Man again, just such a great player there. This one is gonna be sent back. He is gonna get the hat trick. Only player in the lobby, it looks like, with a topper on, so I guess it's fitting there. He's got the hat going and a little cockroach there, but he's able to make it happen. 3 goals here for Knights in this game too. They are really putting on a show here, trying to answer back. This one sent towards net, but gonna be cleared away by Squintle. Troy now up, can be blocked out by Foam. This one gonna be sent a long way. Chipmunk man on the backboard, gonna find a touch. This one's still up. T-Man off the backboard, looking for the double. He's gonna find a touch, but not quite on target there. A teammate also went on that one. As this one we sent down Troy, trying to catch him on the counter attack, but T-Man, he cuts it off. Chipmunk trying to take control, gonna get it by 1, but bumped for his efforts. This one sent off to the corner. Pharaoh gonna be blocked. This ball coming up high. Chipmunk dropping it down, looking for Troy, looking to find that one, but not quite gonna go. As Quinn, we're down to a minute 40 remaining in this one, and the Knights are just pouring it on as a shot goes on net, but gonna be saved away.
Yeah, I mean, an absolute shutout here for Hydra, as they've not had a single goal here in game number 2. Just being shut down by this Knights team, and this is what I said, do not let this Knights team get going, otherwise it's gonna be scary. And right now it is looking rough for this Hydra team, as they have just not been able to get much done on offense here.
Yeah, they really haven't in this game, and with a minute remaining, they're going to be back on the defense, and T-Man is going for a 4th. He sends it in, and this man is taking this game in control.
T-Man going for 1,000 points here, gets his 4th goal. 7 shots on net. And man, oh man, is he having a breakout game right now.
He really is, and these are the type of performances you love to see when it comes to the playoffs. You want to see the big stars step up. You want to see T-Man send it towards the net there, as he does right there one more time, but that one not going to go. Hydra looking to find the counter. Squintle takes it to the side, looking to stay up with it. Tries to find a flip reset, but Arrow going to beat him out. Foam clearing this one off the backboard. Going to be sent down. Chipmunk on the touch here. Looking to send this one down, drop it in the midfield. Troy blocked it across as well. Could be dangerous. Gonna be beat out. Squintle gonna beat the defender, and it's a 5th in the net for the Knights.
Another one on the board as the Knights rack up the scoreboard, trying to get this momentum to force it to the next game. And Squintle's almost got 700 points right now. I mean, 2 players from the Knights teams are getting close to that 1,000 mark, which is absolutely absurd.
Yeah, and it just goes to show you the Knights have just have a stranglehold on this game right here, and they are not letting go, trying to tie this series up. It's only game 2. These guys are putting on the fires. Squintle send that one off the backboard. Foam coming in, shooting it towards the net. It's off the post. That one floating, but gonna be saved away by Hydra. Can they find a counter? Pharaoh trying to put it down. Knights trying to hold on to the shutout here. This one off the corner, fired back in, but blocked away. That's Chipmunk Man maybe trying to find one more for the road, but that one gonna be sent down. Actually gonna bounce before. Hydra gonna have one more shot, but inconsequential here as it touches the ground, and the Knights gonna tie the series up 1 apiece.
Wow, wow, wow. What a performance from this Knights team. Coming back from that loss in full force as Squintle 700 points, T-Man almost 900. And I mean, when you got a Knights team that's putting up stat lines like that, I mean, when you have your lowest player putting up stat lines that are just as high as the top player on the other team, you know something's going right. And I think this is the momentum that the Knights needed to pull away here in the next game.
Yeah, definitely so. And I mean, the big note there, coining this one, 20 shots in that game. They hit the 20 mark in shots there, did the Knights. So I mean, that is when you know that everything is going your way. You know, a lot of times coin shots can tell the entire story of a game here, as they just put on all the pressure and they did not let go one bit. And you know, heading this game 3, Hydra, I mean, how do you regroup mentally after getting 20 shots thrown at your net?
I don't know. I mean, it is going to be a tough mountain for Hydra to climb. I mean, even if they can force some sort of games, I mean, maybe they can run away with the next couple, but I think they're going to have to do more on the offensive end. They can't just do that. They can't just bang the ball at the Knights net and then let them grab it and then control it. It's not going to work against this Knights team based on how they're playing right now. I mean, they got away with it in game 1, but in game 2, they're gonna have to do things like that. They're gonna have to do things like that, and that's what I'd like to see more out of this Hydra team.
Yeah, definitely so. So bump attempts. This one floating in front of it. Oh my goodness, T-Man. How did he save that ball? And he's going to get the counter too. It's sent out. They're going to put it all the way. T-Man, the defense leads to offense.
T-Man, the man that I was talking about pre-series. And there he goes. Makes an amazing save, then passes it to his teammate Squintle for the open net goal. I mean, this man, T-Man, has done it on both ends, offense and defense. And this is what you want to see from your highest priced player. And he's going to get another goal to stack on that 7-goal streak that they got going on, Lockerman.
Yeah, they are putting on. Chipmunk just not getting the touch he wanted there. And T-Man able to send it in the bottom of the net. And right now, the Knights, I mean, my goodness, Coin, they are just on fire.
Yeah, and one player on their team, Foam, is not even really forced to do a lot. I mean, all he has to really do is facilitate the ball for these 2 guys and get it done. And then the overcommit from third man here is really costing Hydra. I mean, it is really costing them, and they gotta make sure, even if the ball is rolling. I mean, I know they are desperate to get a goal right now to end this streak, but they gotta slow down and play better Rocket League. Otherwise, they're gonna play right into the Knights' hands. They're just gonna let this team continue the absolute freight train that they have going on right now. as 7 unanswered goals is what we're looking at.
Yeah, 7 unanswered here. Hydra, they need to find a way to stop the bleeding, and hopefully for their sake, it'll be quick as they are still finding some passing plays, but it seems like the Knights are just enough to get them caught out, and Hydra can't really recover his T-Man. Gonna take it real slow there, trying to find the 50, gonna send it to the corner, but Hydra can be able to control for a moment as Chipmunk send this one high to the air. Troy gonna jump up forward. It's blocked down. Pharaoh, last man back. That one's gonna get around him. Pharaoh's got to make this touch. Wow, what a great touch. Able to get that one away and get it out. But he's gonna flip by that ball. The net is kind of open, but that one not gonna be able to quite be sent on. As Foam looking to control the Knights. A couple close opportunities here. Foam, no boost on the backboard. Dropping this one down. Dangerous ball. Squintle comes in and sends it home. Bottom right.
I mean, just like what we said here in game 1, we said that the Knights need to pass the ball a little bit more to each other. And the second they start doing it, they start putting on a clinic. 8 goals. Can we break 10, Rocker Man? That's what I got to think about, because this Knights team is looking unstoppable right now.
Yeah, they really are, and this is one of these moments where if Hydra can't figure something out here, it might be timeout territory. His T-Man just trying to fake it all the way down. Oh my goodness, it's gonna work. Foam comes in, and they are just unstoppable.
Foam putting his name on this streak map. Over all 3 of the defenders, all stacked in one spot. This Hydra team has got to slow down. They cannot let the massive amount of offense, the massive goals that they are allowing in the nets, they cannot let that get into their head. They got to stop. They got to slow down. And like you said, maybe a timeout is in their best interest. I mean, I would like to stop this offense as soon as possible, because we cannot go 10 plus goals on a streak here.
Yeah, you definitely can't. You can't let this Knights team do it to you, as Hydra once again scoreless. Lost 5-0 in the last game, and now 4-0 here in this game. We're gonna have to see if they can find any sort of answer. It doesn't seem like there was any pressure at all. Nothing even really threatening on the Knights net. It's been all Knights so far here into game number 3, trying to take this 2-1 series lead. This best of 7, looking to match up against Galaxy in the grand finals. Is this one fired towards that? Chipmunk makes a save, but the follow is going to come through off the post. T-Man, he's going to get it in. That's another 5-goal output from the Knights.
10 goals have reached the mark, and T-Man is going to get his 2nd goal in this game off of a pre-flip backflip pass. I mean, this man T-Man was saying, "Breaking, are you going to root for me in this series?" And I said, "Hey, look, you had kind of a rough series last time. You're gonna have to do some more for me to be singing your praises." And now he has earned that. T-Man is absolutely having a stellar series so far.
Yeah, definitely so. And leading his team here at the moment, gonna give themselves a 5-0 lead once again in game 3, as they have repeated the output from game 2. And Hydra, just anything to stop the bleeding, and they have to find something quick for their sake. Hopefully it's a goal in the back of the net, but that one, oh my goodness, did he catch him out again? No, Pharaoh is back, but that one's sent towards the net. It's gonna go in off of Foam, and the onslaught continues.
Oh no, as the bleeding continues, 11 unanswered goals, as the number just gets higher and higher. Every single player on the Knights team has 2 goals. And right now, the lowest player, just like I said in the last game, has got just as many points as the top player, and Pharaoh just cannot seem to break 100. I mean, I'm looking to see somebody on this other team to motivate this Hydra team to come back, and right now, they just can't do anything.
Yeah, they really can't. 7-0. I mean, 12-0 in the last 2 games. And how in the world do you respond if you're Hydra here, Coin? I mean, what do they even do? I mean, you know, normally we don't think to use the timeout this early, but I mean, is it the timeout going to come?
Use it. Absolutely use it. Right now, this Knights team's on fire, and you got to stop that man, T-Man, because he's got 4 goals for his 2nd time in this series. Could break 1,000 points. Once again, Squintle and T-Man are going 700 plus, and it's not even over yet. I mean, can they get 10 goals? That's what I got to think. Can they get 10 goals in one game?
I mean, they might be able to here, as they have just been absolutely and utterly cooking in this series, and in these last 2 games they have been dominating. Everything has been going their way as they're not quite in Nemesis record territory with the 12 goals in one game, but I mean, 8 goals, my goodness. That is absolutely an output. And might be looking for a 9th one here. This one popped up. Squintle trying to get to this one. Chipmunk gonna block it off to the side. This one in the corner. T-Man trying to send it back in the middle. They're looking for one more for the road. It's dropping down. This one gonna touch the ground though. For the Knights, 8-0 here, Coin. And all eyes are on this Hydra squad. Timeout is gonna be called on their end.
Yeah,
We expected it.
and that's a very smart timeout. Freeze this team, ice them, do whatever you need to stop whatever's happening with this Knights team. If this is the Knights team that we see in the finals, it's over. It's over, Rocker Man. I don't think there's gonna be a single team. I don't think the Galaxy is gonna be able to beat them based on how this Knights team is playing. I mean, Squintle and T-Man are, I mean, two. I'm looking at two final MVP candidates on the same team.
Yeah, I mean, definitely some solid players there. As I mean, Coin. This is a very, I would say, unexpected output. I mean, a lot of people thought the series was going to be very close. I mean, myself included. I mean, the first couple games the first game started that way. It was pretty close, but then games 2 and game 3, it's been all Knights, and now Hydra is, they're going to take their time and talk this one over.
And talk this over, they need to, because they got to figure out a plan. Because right now, I don't know what this Hydra team can do. I mean, Knights are doing it all. They're playing on defense. They're playing on offense. They're finding each other. They are absolutely suffocating this Hydra team. And if I'm the captain for this team, I'm taking a second to figure out what we need to do, because right now they got to do something different. They cannot play how they've been playing. They can't coast through against this Knights team. Against a peak Knights team, they're not going to be able to slide with what they've been doing.
Yeah, definitely not there. As well, we're gonna have to see exactly what this Knight squad can do here. As I mean, I don't even know how Hydra could stop the Knights. I mean, the Knights have just been absolutely like just steamrolling. And like, where do you? I mean, I don't know, Coin. If I was them, I'm at a loss, to be honest with you.
I'm at a loss too, and I don't. If I'm being honest, I mean, keep it real here, Nemesis. I don't know if Hydra can recover from this. I mean,
Mm,
they've had no answer within the last 10 minutes of gameplay, and not only no answer, but not even a single goal. They've
yeah.
given up 13 goals in 10 minutes. That means that Knights are scoring every 45 seconds on them, on average.
Yeah, I mean, that is just crazy output here. And I mean, heading into this game number 4 here, Hydra, we need to see something from you. We need to channel some season 1 action here from Magma, Troy,
no.
or Chipmunk. His T-Man is trying to style on him. My goodness, do not let the man do that to you. As I mean, just gotta be something here. As the pressure immediately on, sent towards the net.
No,
T-Man,
save!
he's actually gonna save it away from his own net, but. My goodness, I mean, Hydra, this is not where you want to start out at after a tactical timeout.
They cannot get stuck in their own half. They cannot get stuck on their goal line, and maybe that's a part of it. Maybe they're doing a little bit too much goal line defense and not enough contesting. And just as I say that, T-Man coming out through again.
Like, we're just going to start keeping track. That's 13 in a row here for the Knights as they send this one to the back of the net. And, I mean, actually, Coin, going back to game 1, I think the Knights scored one at the end of that game to make it 4-3, right? If I remember correctly.
Yes, they did. That might almost came back.
I think they scored 2 because it was 4-2. So
yep, and then it was 4-3 at the end of it. Yep.
Yep. So that, I mean, that's even more. What is that? Is that 15 goals then, Coin? 12 plus or 14. 14
so
goals.
So far, yep. So far in this shutout, that is a 14 goal streak right now, and they could be coming on 15 here if Squintle can get a save, and he can't. Chipmunk ends the drought, ends the Hydra drought.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness for the Chipmunk man here. One of the longest tenured members in Nemesis, top 3 in all-time Nemesis score. So this guy, you know, if you counted someone, it's Chipmunk, and I mean, there's no bigger goal than that one. I know everyone in that voice channel right now, Coin, just let out a big sigh of relief.
Absolutely, they know it's possible. They know that they can score on this Knights team. And, I mean, just like I said, they cannot get stuck on their own half. And they can't get stuck in their own net. And that's really what's happening, is they just could not find their way out of that net. And oh my, last minute save by Pharaoh just barely goes through. His T-Man almost looking for another goal. I mean, this man T-Man has had so many goals here in the series so far, Rocket Man.
Oh, he definitely has, and I mean, there's a big reason why he is on the top of pretty much everyone's radar when you come in the rivalry. You see T-Man, you see his his crazy car, but that Nomad and that crazy little those crazy wheels, the top or everything with it. I mean, it may look funky, but this man gets the job done, and you got to watch out for him. And he will make you pay many times if you give him the opportunity to, and he's done that so far in this series as he's given his team a 2-1 series lead. This best of 7, the Knights try to lock this one down. If they can win this one, they will put themselves one win away from the date with Galaxy on Wednesday night. Is this one locked out? Looking for the 50 foam, the big body. He's gonna send it in, hit the weight room. Squintle puts it home.
Big body foam, but dunking it in the paint as Squintle is gonna tap it on home. Man, that's another player. I mean, it looks like every single one of these players on the Knights just has they just show up when they need to show up. I mean, T-Man was there for the earlier games. Squintle was there for the early games. And then now, where the game has become a little bit more competitive, Foam shows what he has to offer on this Knights team. And, I mean, right now, they're playing very well, even though this Hydra team is starting to find some steam. But this could be another goal, but no, cleared away. Hydra's definitely playing better, but I would like to see some more passing plays coming out of them.
Yeah, that was the big thing we saw in game 1 is these guys were just diving into everyone. That's what we saw in their first round playoff matchup as well, is these guys can pass, these guys can find each other. But in this series, in the last 2 games, and even this third one in a row, it has been non-existent on the passes. So I agree with you completely. They have to find them. They need to win this game. I mean, they used their tactical timeout already. If you use your tactical timeout coin and then go down 3-1, I mean, good luck to you.
There really, in my opinion, is no coming back from that. Is Troy going to tie it up with one of his own? A guy I haven't been able to say his name so far because of the lack of output from this Hydra team. And maybe that's another player who needs to, stand up and show what he has to offer.
Oh, definitely so. I mean, Troy, also known as Magma, a season 1 veteran, and I mentioned it at the beginning, but there's so much hype to this matchup because of the season 1 implications. Troy versus Magma. Troy, he was the one, or Troy versus Magma. Troy versus Foam here, and I mean, Troy was the one. He put the game winner in the Challenger League way back in season 1 against Foam at 0 seconds in game 7. So he is definitely the man to step up, and he steps up there again, making a huge save. Is that one sent off to the side, and we're about a minute remaining here. Hydra trying desperately to tie this series up, but they're gonna have to find another goal. This one sent down. Pharaoh with a big body, 50 in the midfield. Squintle gonna make a touch to the side. This one popped up, 50 coming through. Squintle makes a touch, looking for another one. Foam is there. He's just gonna send it down. Troy gonna make the touch to the corner, but we have Squintle an opportunity to carry it, but not for long. Pharaoh there with no boost, drops it down. T-Man off the backboard. T-Man sending it down to Squintle. Oh my goodness, what a pass.
What a pass from T-Man. When I thought he was going for a shot, he wasn't. He was going for a pass off the back wall right to Squintle, and no one out of that Hydra team could have expected a pass like that. Troy just not able to find the ball, and that's going to give the Knights the lead with 40 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that was just absolutely nasty, T-Man. You didn't have to do it to him like that. As he's trying to give his team a 3-1 series lead. The final 25 seconds, what does Hydra have in the tank? Can they answer back? Do they have something to say? As Chipmunk, this one's gonna be sent in. A demo comes through. This one dropping down Troy to the corner, being harassed by T-Man. He's gonna pick up the boost, trying to get it across to Chipmunk, but Foam cuts it off. Pharaoh and Chipmunk both trying to race to this one. Pharaoh gonna find a touch, but here comes Squintle. Is this one? Chipmunk is up, he's gotta get a good touch. He sends it down. Pharaoh gonna keep it high off the corner. Hydra gonna have to race to this one. Pharaoh trying to get it to the corner, but he can't. And the Knights gonna hold on here and take this game number 4, one win away from the Rival League Grand Finals.
Knights one game away, as you said, and on the back of that man T-Man as well as Squintle. I mean, Foam doing what he needs to do and supporting these players who are absolutely having breakout games. Eh, and not only that, but whenever his team seems to slow down, Bohm is there to pick up the piece and say, "Hey, let's keep it going." And right now, it just seems like this is the best I have personally seen this Knights team play. And I really just don't know if there's going to be many teams in the rival league who could potentially stand up to this, let alone the Galaxy, based on how this Knights team is playing.
Yeah, I mean, they've definitely been playing solid, but is it enough to close out the series, foam? This is the biggest hurdle. You gotta win this fourth and final game, and the pressure is most definitely on the Knights. And, I love foam. Foam was on my rival team a couple seasons ago, and they almost took down Hydra, a great Hydra team, number one seed back in the day. They were up 3-0 as the underdogs coin, but then they got reverse swept. One of only 3 reverse sweeps in Nemesis history. And in that game 7 in the Challenger League, they were up 2, and Foam unfortunately couldn't close the deal. I'm not trying to paint Foam as a choker, but he has been in a couple of situations like that haven't gone his way. So I really, Cohen, as we're heading into this game number 5, I want to see Foam lock it down, shut down the haters, and make it happen.
Absolutely, as now he has T-Man and Squintle to help make it happen, but a good 50 from Pharaoh. Able to not let a goal get on. Good triple for Squintle. But yeah, I mean, I think the difference now is that T-Man, he's got T-Man. He's got reigning MVP, and then he's got Squintle. I mean, a player who seems to be comparable in talent based off of what I've seen. I mean, maybe not the mechs, but I mean, the stats that he's putting up are very close to the ones that T-Man has put up. And both of them are stellar, both stellar performances. And then Foam is just playing third man. He's playing back and letting these guys cook. And I think that's been a part of the success right now is T-Man and Squintle, they're not forced to play a lot of third man unless they're facing an onslaught.
Yeah, definitely so. And you can just tell this Knight squad has worked so well together. And right now, it just seems like Hydra is just a little disconnected. This isn't the same Hydra that we saw taking down the Kings earlier, as they're going to have to try to make something happen here in this one. This ball into the Knight zone. Trying to make something happen. Sorry, that was Chimeras. I was double checking. I was like, that didn't sound quite right. But the Hydra took down Chimeras, but they didn't quite. They looked pretty solid. The Chimeras played very well, but Hydra, they did have those passing plays, and right now they're not finding them. And again, I feel like that's what it has to be here, Coin. As we're into this, this game 5, it's do or die on your season. You gotta find, you gotta do what worked for you during the regular season, and for Hydra, it was those passing plays.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to think back to the, the couple own goals that came out of that Chimera's team. You got to think, was that part of the success that helped lead them get to this finals? You'd like to not think that, but based on the shutout that's been happening tonight, I mean, could they have expected an easier series from this Knights team? I mean, based on how they're playing, it just feels like they're not prepared for this kind of Knights team.
Yeah, Knights have been pouring it on here, and a miss from Chipmunk is going to allow Foam to send it in, and the Knights continue to pour it on.
As a goal from Foam, putting his name on the map again. When his team isn't getting goals, he's getting goals. Somebody on that Knights team is where they need to be. They're all where they need to be, and that's what I'd like to see Hydra do. I'd like them to be all involved in the play, rather than, the goal line defense, or, somebody goes for a 50 and then all of a sudden second man's nowhere to be found for moments, multiple moments.
Yeah,
And just like that could have been another goal right there. And it just, right now the gap is really big between these two teams, Rocket Man.
Yeah, it really is. But can we see some more magic here from this Hydra squad? We've seen some magic already. This one fired towards the net. Pharaoh has to make a crazy save. T-Man coming back forward. He's going to put it in. He sends it home. And the Knights up by 2.
T-Man getting another goal. And, I mean, we got to go look at the scores and the stat lines of how many goals T-Man has scored this series. But I got to think we're getting close to 10 or 10 plus for this man, T-Man.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be at this point. I would almost say most definitely more than 10 here in this one, as he has just done everything that he's needed to do, and he's trying to propel his team to the Grand Finals, looking for the War Room's first ever Grand Finals appearance here. And T-Man and company trying to make it happen with Foam, the GM, trying to get his team there. And we'll have to see. A minute 20 remaining. Hydra just need anything to go their way really right now. They just need to get some sort of offensive pressure. This one dropping down to Foam. Pharaoh gonna make the touch. But Hydra, they gotta get out. They gotta get going. This one blocked down. 50. Coming through off the ceiling. T-Man there. Chipmunk gonna beat him out. Foam gonna take control here. Taking this one high over the top of one. Sending it off. T-Man off the backboard. Finding the pass. That one not quite on from Squintle, but it's still floating down. T-Man turns, puts it in, and the Knights may have just put in a dagger to the hearts of Hydra.
That is looking like the absolute coffin right now. Troy jumps high, hoping to get a touch out, and I think, Rockerman, that is the dagger, as I don't see Hydra getting 3 consecutive goals.
Yeah, that might have been the last head that this Hydra has. No more can regrow back. They are all gone here, but well, maybe not. Don't speak too soon, Rockerman. Pharaoh putting it in the back of the net.
Potentially a caster's curse at play. Troy out to Pharaoh. T-Man with no boost. Is their life for this Hydra team? They're gonna need something soon.
Hey, well, 1 goal, sometimes that's all it takes. As they send 2 on the kickoff here, Troy trying to make something happen, but Squintle gonna beat him out, and that one is gonna go right back in their net. And well, maybe now the last head has been cut off.
That's looking like the last head is. That's gotta be demoralizing for this Hydra team, and being up 3 goals, trying to make 3 goals happen in 35 seconds is. It's gonna be hard. I mean, it's not likely.
Yeah, near impossible, but they're gonna try and they're gonna put one in. Chipmunk sends it in. 29 seconds left, 2 goals. It's still possible.
The potential is there. 30 seconds remaining. Can Hydra get 2 goals in 29 seconds? This could be Nemesis history if they can get it done.
Yeah, they're actually gonna have no one cheat on this kickoff. And it's not working their way. His T-Man sending it down. Chipmunk got to make a last-ditch save. They got to score with time on the clock here. Hydra trying to take it down. Knights going to try to play solid here. This one sent off to the side. No one on the ball for Hydra. They got to get going here. Troy is trying to steal some boost on the back half. Trying to get it out. Need to score with time. That's a pinch towards the net. It's off the backboard though. T-Man makes the save. Almost a heroic last-ditch effort from Hydra. But it's not meant to be. The Knights are going to do it. War Room is heading to the Grand Finals.
Almost a wild cross-map double pinch to have them only be 1 down with 5 seconds remaining, but just not able to get it done. And Troy feeling the other end of the revenge here in this legendary matchup. Man, was this exciting.
Yeah, it was a great series. The Knights kind of just strolled away with it, but Foam, he gets his revenge over Magma from Season 1 in the Grand Finals, and now, he's going to try to do what Magma couldn't back in Season 1, and that's take down Ventus in the Grand Finals. Ventus and Galaxy on the other end. It was Challenger in Season 1, it's Rival in Season 10. This time Foam going to be going up against Ventus, and I mean, with the way these two teams look tonight, Coin, with what we saw from Galaxy, what we saw from Knights, I mean, this is setting up to be a stellar rivalry Grand Finals.
Absolutely. And I mean, this Knights team, I mean, can we go to the stat board real quick? Because I can see how many goals T-Man got. Because I think it's got to be like 15 goals. If T-Man can play that well and Swintle can play that well in that next series, I don't know how that Galaxy team, I don't know how they're going to be able to keep up.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Knights, they had an insane day today, and to be honest, I think Hydra was a little bit off of their game, but I mean, you got to give credit to the Knights though. Still, I mean, like you said, T-Man, I mean, he had to pump nearly 15 goals in those 5 games, probably averaging 3 goals a game. I mean, that's just absurd work from that man. And to get Worm to the Grand Finals for the first time, seeking their first ever championship, they might be able to do it.
They very well might be. They might do it. And you know what? It really goes to show you that it doesn't matter how you played in the previous series or earlier on in the series or whatever, you can get it done in the championship rounds, which is the semifinals and the finals. And look, T-Man did what I said he needed to do, and they just won convincingly.
Yeah, they really did, and you got to give big props to them for taking that dub there. So congratulations, but yeah, we're not quite done. Well, we were done for the night here tonight, Coin, but we got one more semifinal special edition, 10 p.m. Eastern on Friday. We have Inferno taking on, I'm blanking on the other team. Inferno taking on Bananas. That's the other team.
Yes, yep.
Bananas Inferno, special 10 p.m. edition Friday night, the last semifinal left to be decided. That one's gonna be an exciting one, and then we'll have all our grand final matches set up. So I mean, Coin, we're almost to the big show, which is gonna be very exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting indeed as the finals, the championship, the place where you can win a Nemesis chip is right around the corner. And I am just so excited to see these matchups. I mean, you're going to see the top teams in this league go head to head in a best of seven. And man, based on tonight's series, I mean, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of game sevens moving forward.
Hey, I would love to end the season off with some game sevens. It'll be exciting, but yeah, like I said, we still have one more or semifinal to determine. Friday night here, 10 p.m. Eastern. We'll be back, special edition on the Nemesis mainstream here. So make sure you guys follow the channel if you haven't already. But that is about going to wrap it up for us tonight. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Thank you all for supporting. I think you shout out to Grebsy gifting a sub from earlier. Don't think we shouted you out, but shout out Grebsy there for gifting. And shout out to all these teams that advanced to the grand finals. It is going to be a doozy next Monday and Wednesday. The grand finals set up here. It's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, once again, thank you, Coin. Thank you, everyone, for watching. That is going to do it for us tonight. We appreciate you guys hanging in. And we will see you guys on Friday to determine the last semifinals. We'll hope to see you guys there. Take care, y'all, and have a good night.